Alright, what's going on everybody? It's Natswag Media coming at you with another video. You know what time it is. It's time to bring on that boxing. Thanks for coming on, watching another video, guys. Make sure to subscribe, hit the notification button. So let's get into, the boxing. Obviously, it was a big week for boxing. We had Claressa Shields, Savannah Marshall, Alicia Baumgartner, and then Mikaela Mayer. That was a great fight. Caleb Plant, Anthony Dirrell, Deontay Wilder, and we had obviously the George Kambosos and Devin Haney rematch in Melbourne, Australia. So let's focus on something that has gotten a lot of attention throughout this past weekend with all the fights, playing out the way they did, specifically with Caleb Plant and Anthony Dirrell. A lot of people had mixed reviews and mixed opinions on how the fight was going up until the knockout. Caleb Plant, I believe that Caleb Plant was, he was winning the fight. I don't know if he pitched a shutout. I maybe gave Anthony Dirrell 2 rounds, something like that. But Caleb Plant, he made his mark. He had the shirt. You didn't have a reason to hate me, but now you do. Pretty savage stuff from Caleb Plant, and it was just funny to see. Not funny to see, but it was very entertaining to see all the talking he was doing, referring to Anthony Dirrell, and the fight just played out the way it did. Somebody's got to lose. Unfortunately, it was sad to see Anthony Dirrell go out like that. But let's talk a little bit about the celebration. We obviously saw Caleb Plant, kind of shoveling and putting it, essentially, putting him in a coffin, putting him in the dirt, burying Anthony Dirrell. And there's a lot of talk about if this is disrespectful. A lot of people are offended. But you guys have to remember, this is the Hurt Business. People go into this, excuse me, the TV's, like playing my messages. But this is the Hurt Business. It gets personal. It shouldn't always be personal, but sometimes guys have beef. This was just one of those scenarios. All the trash that was talked between both guys, I think that it was bigger than boxing that night, and the emotions that were brought out from Caleb Plant, were apparent in that celebration where he was kind of, shoveling, doing the motion of shoveling and kind of invisibly, if you want to say that, putting dirt on Anthony Dirrell, burying him. I could understand why people see that as, not sportsmanlike. It's not going to show up on a Gatorade commercial of Caleb Plant, going like this to Anthony Dirrell while he's, essentially asleep and unconscious. But at the same time, all the trash that was talked, it got personal. I can't really be mad at Caleb Plant. He went in there, everyone was criticizing him, saying, "Is he going to be the same? You're nothing special," stuff like that. "Who have you fought?" Anthony Dirrell said a lot, and at the end of the day, they went in there and, they hashed it out. I don't know where they stand now. Hopefully the beef is, ended. But I thought it was a tremendous performance from Caleb Plant, the left hook to the body, and then, a short left hand landed on Anthony Dirrell right before Anthony Dirrell planned to land a punch. Caught in between a punch. It happens. It's a sport of boxing. Anything could happen. It was sad to see Anthony Dirrell go out like that, but it is what it is. You kind of have to consider maybe, taking another fight if you want to end on a good note, but potentially hanging it up. But in terms of the whole situation, I don't think Caleb Plant is a bad guy. I think that, if there wasn't trash talk leading up to this and then the same result took place, I don't think he does it. It's just because of all the beef and all the animosity that went up in the lead up to the fight, that resulted in his celebration, and obviously people are going to be offended by it, so to each their own. But in general, it was a great weekend of boxing. I had a lot of fun watching the fights. I had a good time hanging out with Showtime Sean Porter and the team of the Porterweight podcast in Brooklyn, New York. I met with Gary Russell. We had a good time. Shushu Anderson. There were a lot of good people there. Ryan Garcia's father, Joe Goosen. Star-studded, a lot of great boxing minds. So it was a great time in Brooklyn. We had a good time. So those are my thoughts on the Caleb Plant situation. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Was it too far, or is that just, what happens when, the build up, all the words, all the hurtful words, they marinate, and then it kind of produces that celebration and reaction from Caleb Plant in terms of, how emotional he was, and his kind of digging the grave and planting and burying Anthony Dirrell. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. I'm all ears. So comment down below what you guys think. Make sure you guys subscribe. Well, that's going to do it for another NASFIGHT Media video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to you always.